right, what's up guys? Jordan here, and welcome to our first video on the Pastor's Fit. And man, I created the Pastor's Fit to be able to be a community for pastors to be able to be whole in body, soul, spirit, to be fit. And I think that is such an integral and necessary need for pastors, a community where pastors can really be themselves, where pastors can grow, where pastors can develop and take care of themselves, because I think being a fit pastor is very, very important, especially when it comes to leading a church, leading a ministry, and teaching people the word. We need to be healthy before we can help other people to be healthy. But anyway, I want to talk about today what it means to be a healthy, fit pastor. What does that mean? What does that look like? And I believe that to be a healthy, fit pastor, what that means is to be basically not perfect, but whole. Whole in body, whole in spirit, whole in soul. Body meaning physical body, soul meaning our mental and our emotional, and then our spirit meaning our spirituality, our spirit being. And I think as pastors, we do a really, really good job of being whole in one area only, and that's specifically in our spirituality, specifically in our relationship with God. You know, we're very good at being good with devotional time, very good at being in prayer, which is also important, very good at being good at worship, very good at our exegetical, and very good at teaching the word. But those are all great things that make up our spiritual part of who we are. But I believe as pastors, what makes us healthy is not just one area, it's all areas. And the other areas, like our physical bodies, our mental health, our emotional health, our relational health. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you the amount of pastors that I meet that are lonely, that are alone. And I've been there. I've been in that place where pastors feel alone. They feel like they don't have anyone. They don't have any friends. They don't have a community. But I will tell you that those are areas that are just as important as our spiritual health. And the trend that I see, though, is that a lot of pastors are strong in prayer, strong in worship, strong in those specific avenues, but are terrible in taking care of their health, are terrible in their diet, are terrible in sleeping 7, 8, 9 hours, which is recommended for everyone, terrible in giving time to their wives, to their kids, to their family, terrible in making friendships, even with just other pastors outside of the ministry, terrible in just taking care of them. And as a result, because of the ministry being such an importance and a focus, everything around them suffers. Everything around them suffers. And so what happens as a result of just being unhealthy in our physical body, unhealthy in our spirit, in our mental health, unhealthy in our emotional health, unhealthy relationally, we deteriorate, we break down as pastors. And then we're left overweight, we're left stressed, we're left overwhelmed. And this is a dangerous, dangerous pattern that I see with pastors. I think the best gift that pastors can give themselves is health. A healthy mind, a healthy body, a healthy soul, a healthy life. Just that is the best gift that I believe God gives us outside of the ministry, is our health. Taking care of that will give us added longevity to be able to do what God has called us to do in the ministry. Imagine pastors that were, instead of physically obese and overweight and diagnosed with diabetes and high cholesterol and taking medications and literally deteriorating before everyone's eyes, but instead we're healthy, fit pastors. We're strong in their physique, but also strong in their mental health, strong in their emotional health, strong in their family health, their friendships. Imagine a side of that. Like, what a difference as pastors, if we were fit, what a difference we would make in our churches and in this world if we cared actually about our health. And oftentimes, I think the reason why we neglect our health is because we idolize the ministry. And we don't even realize it, but we idolize the ministry. I know that's crazy, but the ministry is beautiful. I love the ministry. I've been doing ministry now for 9 years. And I'm 29 years old, and I've been in the ministry since I was my whole life. But pastoring in the ministry. I've been doing it since I was 20. And I will say the ministry is beautiful, but the ministry is not the end all be all. What's important is our relationship with God, our marriage if we're married, and then on top of that, ourselves. We got to take care of ourselves and love who God has made us to be. I love what Paul says in Ephesians chapter 5 when he talks about to the church of Ephesus about the need for taking care of oneself, and specifically for men when he says, men, love your wives as Christ loves the church, right? And then he goes down and he says, men, love your wives as you love your own bodies. And I just think about this as men of God, and I'm talking to every male pastor out there. What if we loved ourselves so well? We loved our physical body and we took care of it. We loved our mental health and took care of it and treated our mental health and with rest, with even therapy, with counseling, with prayer. Imagine we were treating and loving our emotional side of who we are and allowing our emotions to be communicated, to be expressed. Imagine loving our relational side by having friendships, by having relationships outside of the church. Like how healthy we would be and how an impact we would be to everyone around us. And I think that is just so important. And I think that's needed, and we need to start taking that seriously. So all in all, thanks for listening. There's going to be a lot more coming our way on the Pastor's Fit, on how to be fit in body, soul, spirit. So stay tuned.